Hi, folks. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. And today I want to talk to you about how your work finds you, which kind of goes into the category of developing your own style. Now, to a certain extent, there are things that you can do to push that along, but sometimes your style or your work finds you. And I can't think of a better case of that happening than something that my cousin John told me. Just to give you background on John, he's an older cousin, so much older than me that I call him my Uncle John. And I've called him that for years. He's a former police officer for the New York City Transit Authority. And back in the day, his job, well, part of his job was to really rouse a lot of the homeless people who would be sleeping in the subways. Now, this was years and years before the whole let's help the homeless movement. And so his job was just get them out of here so that he could take them to a shelter, or just, they're ruining the quality of life in the subways and you got to get these people out of here. And so John was he's always been a very humanitarian type of guy. In his 20 years on the force, never even took his gun out of his holster, once. Just sweet guy, would rather talk than fight. And he said, well, what I did was I would bring these guys food. I would just bring them I would bring them food and a cup of coffee or something human, and just talk to them. I figured if I talked to them, I could, they'd be more inclined to listen to me when I asked them to move, and we would avoid a whole ugly scene that can morph into different things. And so he'd find himself talking to these people, and then, he walked around with a camera because he liked photography at the time. You got the little Instamatic camera, the one, you probably don't know about that, this generation. But there used to be an Instamatic camera where you take the picture and the picture just kind of zips out right away and you get an instant picture. And so he would take pictures of homeless people in different kind of venues, situations, where they pose, or he'd be talking to them, or, things of that nature, or they'd be sleeping, or, and they were his friends and people that he knew. And so now all of a sudden, he's amassed this incredible photo essay thing, thousands of pictures of homeless people caught in very human situations, from conversation he's had, from them sleeping, eating, just doing various things, to the point that according to him, journalists or other, artists had approached him to use some of his photos for references and whatnot. And he got me to thinking about, what he told me was, this is something that I just I never thought of myself as an artist. I just looked up one day and I had all these thousands of photos, and it became something. It became something out of something else that I was just interested in doing. And that thing was giving genuinely to another person, treating another person like a human being with something very simple. There's another lesson in this. Just sharing the art of conversation with another person and extending that compassion, giving them that time, just kind of morphed into this incredible artistic thing. And I began to think how art finds you. You just never really know what is going to click with you. And I'm speaking to you artists out there who are desperately trying to find a style, trying to find a niche that you fall into. Only the best advice that I can give you, based on what John is telling me, is just live. Just live. Just care about people. Just keep loving the best way that you can. Just keep giving of yourself in a genuine way, however you express yourself in that way to people, and if you do that, something very beautiful is going to happen. Something is going to come to you. Your art is going to find you. The thing that you like to draw or paint or sculpt or act out or whatever it is, it's going to become a part of you, to the point that you're going to be able to present it to another person or a group of people in a very unique, very authentic, very personal way. And any actor will tell you that they're acting, what they're able to do is born out of their personal experiences, okay, that they give to an audience. So the best thing that you can do for an artist is to get out there and live right out there in the public, and to be involved and to be engaged. The worst possible thing that you can do as an artist is to stay cooped up in your own space, in your own apartment. You know, that's the worst thing you can do. This is Elgin Subway Surfer Bowling, your creative caricature marketing consultant. And man, that's good advice. I'm going to take that myself.